Dangote Refinery. Dangote may forfeit refinery project to Nigeria Debt Recovery Agency over rising debts. Long delay. Dangote Oil Refinery, which is reputed to be Africa's biggest oil refinery, may soon run into a deep financial crisis as a result of a $7 billion debt burden, a situation which indicates a possible takeover of the property of the project by the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria, AMCON. Dangote Refinery is an oil refinery owned by the Dangote Group that is under construction in Lekki, Nigeria. Dangote Group is a Nigerian multinational industrial conglomerate founded by Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest man. The group's interests span a range of sectors in Nigeria and across Africa. According to an analysis by the Money Management Series, Dangote Oil Refinery, a 650,000 barrel per day integrated refinery project under construction in the Lekki Free Zone, Lagos, Nigeria, was expected to commence production in 2016 with $3.3 billion financing secured in 2013. With the refinery now projected to commence operation in 2025, Dangote Group's indebtedness to financial institutions is estimated to hit $8.4 billion by 2025. Presently, this debt burden has risen to $7 billion with debt servicing of almost $700 million per annum. The completion date of the refinery has been moved 8 good times. While some might say this is not in the character of Dangote industry and there are numerous projects across different sectors, the problem is deeply rooted. A contractor at the delayed refinery project, speaking under the condition of anonymity, said that poor planning, underpayment of contractors, and a lack of proper project management with over 40 contractors on site have led to most of the delays. He also added that of the 40, none is willing to commission as there is no clear delegation of duty and over decentralization leading to absolute chaos. With these incessant delays, some financing banks are already calling in their loans amid fears of liquidity crisis, while others are elated by the guarantee of huge interest to be recouped as soon as the refinery comes on stream. Dangote has been able to restructure the facilities from various local and international banks twice so far, but most banks have totally refused to restructure for the third time, with principal repayments also falling due as well as the annual interest payment. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) has made available $3.8 billion as part of federal government's 20% equity in the project, providing $1 billion cash, while the remaining $2.8 billion will be in crude supply. However, analysts have pointed out that NNPC's 20% equity at $3.8 billion makes the Dangote refinery overvalued at $19 billion. When Aliko Dangote unveiled early plans for the refinery in September 2013 and announced that he had secured about $3.3 billion in financing for the project, the refinery was estimated to cost about $9 billion, of which $3 billion would be invested by the Dangote Group and the remainder via commercial loans, and begin production in 2016. A lot of things are happening. Honestly, this is not looking too good. This is not looking too good. Well, they know how to go about this whole thing. It's not an easy thing. Not easy at all. In essence, richest Dangote is desperate for cash. No wonder Nigerian cement is the most expensive in the world. Now, federal government that is equally desperate for cash has gone into to bail out a poorly managed private business. When eventually the fuel starts flowing from there, if ever, we shall be burdened with all the inefficiencies, and our fuel, like Dangote cement, will become the most expensive in the world. The draw of the private sector is the expectation that efficiency is paramount. Now, we have this refinery conceived inefficiently in the private sector. Before it can be completely built, the consequences of the lax management induces government intervention. What are the long-term process of such a refinery already bedeviled by inefficiency in the face of the trend towards electric vehicles globally? Its location in Lekki should be further cause for concern. Lekki is below sea level. This implies the possibility of the refinery being troubled by rising sea level. My brother, do many challenges ahead. Just you just stated few. May God Almighty continue to sustain our struggle, because we the so-called Nigerians are the ones to pay for that. The Indian he allowed to be in charge is crook. Is a crook. I'm surprised that Dangote could not read between the lines. If this project fails, Nigeria fails. I remember my friend Idi Amin and Indians. Nigeria, watch out. It was Indians that financed the whole project. Dangote is just name alone. If the project fails, you will fail, not Nigeria. Nigeria is more or less a failed state by same people. Failure everywhere around them. Well, can imagine. Every day you can't even hear good news. Holy bad news. What are we even good at? Honestly, what can we say we are even enjoying? What can we say we are enjoying? What can we say we are enjoying? When you shortchange and frustrate every other industries to explore the poor masses, the law of karma is always there, waiting for you. It is never too late to redirect your step, for God's judgment is support everyone in whatsoever you are doing. In whatsoever you are doing. Well, you nailed it. The law of karma is awaiting everyone who has no pity for the poor, irrespective of who you are. It's all game plan so that it will be a double reward for him and some few investors. After that, we will forfeit ourselves to China for borrowing $500 billion. It can't be possible. Who borrow $500 billion? Obviously not Nigeria. I have also said he is not rich because after paying his debt, he will be at zero level. He will be at zero level. Can you imagine? He will be at zero level. All this one, all about debts. He's a simple poor man, everly. Poor for where? He can't be poor. Davido's that owned liquidated Savannah Bank. Is he poor now? Amcor we own the project, and Dangote will be back out. Dangote will back out. Definitely he still sells his cement for the project. Most rich investors in the world don't use their money to run projects. In fact, they say it is unwise for a rich man to use his money to run a business project.